Why adults over 70 lose energy faster than they realize. Margaret used to walk 2 miles every morning before breakfast. She tended her garden for hours, played with her grandkids every weekend, and still had energy left over to cook dinner for her husband most nights. That was 3 years ago. Now at 74, she struggles to finish a single lap around the block. She finds herself sitting down in the middle of folding laundry. And the worst part? She has no idea what changed. Neither do most seniors. They blame aging. They say things like, well, I'm not as young as I used to be. But here is what Dr. Silas Redford Wellness has discovered working with hundreds of patients over the years. What looks like normal aging on the surface is often something else entirely. Something hiding in plain sight. Something that most doctors never test for until the damage has already been done. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that you tire more easily now than you did just a year or two ago? Do you find yourself needing a nap in the afternoon when you never used to? Does a trip to the grocery store feel like it takes everything out of you? If any of that sounds familiar, do not walk away from this video, because what I am about to share with you could explain exactly what is happening inside your body right now. And more importantly, it could show you how to get some of that lost energy back. Stick with me, because the first thing I need to tell you might surprise you more than anything else. Most people assume that losing energy after 70 is just a natural part of getting older. Doctors will tell you to expect it. Your family will tell you to slow down. But here's the truth that researchers are only now beginning to understand. The rapid loss of energy that so many seniors experience is not inevitable. In fact, much of it is driven by 3 hidden factors that have almost nothing to do with your calendar age. And the scariest part is that these factors can start quietly stealing your energy years before you ever notice anything is wrong. By the time you feel exhausted all the time, the problem has already been working inside you for a long, long time. Before I explain those 3 factors, let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 72 years old. He was a construction foreman for most of his life. Tough as nails, never complained about anything. But last year, he started feeling drained by 10 in the morning. He told himself it was just age. He told himself to push through it. Then one day he was helping his son move some furniture and he had to stop after 10 minutes. His heart was pounding. His legs felt like lead. He sat down on the front lawn and just stared at the ground. He said to me later, I felt like my body had betrayed me. Robert is not weak. Robert is not lazy. Robert is the victim of a hidden process that is robbing millions of seniors of their energy every single day. And the same process could be happening to you right now without any obvious warning signs. So what are these hidden factors? I will reveal the first one in just a moment. But first, if you are finding this information helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to Dr. Silas Redford Wellness. I create these videos because I believe no senior should have to accept low energy as just another part of getting older. And when you subscribe, you will never miss another video that could change the way you feel every single day. Now, let me get back to what is really happening inside your body after 70. The first hidden factor is something called mitochondrial burnout. Now, do not let that big word scare you. Mitochondria are simply the tiny power plants inside every cell of your body. They take the food you eat and the air you breathe and they turn it into energy. When you were younger, these little power plants worked efficiently. They produced plenty of energy with very little waste. But after 70, something changes. Your mitochondria start to slow down. They become damaged more easily. And here's the cruel part. The slower they get, the harder your body has to work just to perform basic tasks. So you end up feeling exhausted even when you have not done anything particularly difficult. Most seniors never realize this until it is too late because no doctor ever checks your mitochondrial health during a routine physical. They check your cholesterol. They check your blood pressure. They check your blood sugar. But they almost never ask about the tiny engines that actually power your entire body. The second hidden factor is even more surprising. It has to do with your body's natural inflammation levels. Now, everyone has heard of inflammation from things like arthritis or injuries, but there is another kind of inflammation that scientists call low-grade systemic inflammation. You cannot feel it. You cannot see it. It does not cause pain or swelling that you would notice, but it is constantly burning inside you like a slow fire, and that fire consumes enormous amounts of energy. Imagine trying to run a race while carrying a backpack full of rocks. That is what low-grade inflammation does to your body. It forces every system to work harder just to maintain normal function. Your heart beats faster, your lungs work harder, your brain consumes more glucose. All of this extra effort leaves you feeling drained by 2 in the afternoon. And the worst part? Many of the foods and medications that seniors take every day actually make this hidden inflammation worse without them ever knowing it. I want you to think about your own daily routine for a second. Do you wake up feeling rested, or do you feel like you never really slept at all? Do you have energy in the morning that disappears by lunchtime? Do you find yourself reaching for coffee or sugary snacks just to make it through the afternoon? These are not signs of laziness. These are clues. These are your body trying to tell you that something is wrong under the surface. But what happened next in Robert's case shocked even me. We started making small changes, not dramatic ones, not expensive treatments or complicated routines, just simple everyday adjustments that targeted his specific hidden energy thieves. And within 6 weeks, Robert was walking 2 miles again. Within 3 months, he was back in his garden. Within 6 months, he played tag with his youngest grandchild for the first time in 2 years. He called me crying, not from sadness, from relief. He had spent so long believing that his best days were behind him. He had accepted exhaustion as his new normal, but he was wrong. And if you are feeling the same way, you might be wrong too. Let me tell you about the third hidden factor, because this one is the most overlooked of all. It has to do with the connection between your gut and your brain. Researchers have discovered in the last decade that your digestive system produces more than 30 different chemicals that directly control your energy levels. When your gut is healthy, these chemicals work together to keep you feeling alert and motivated. But when your gut is unhealthy, which is extremely common in people over 70, those same chemicals can actually make you feel tired, foggy, and depressed. What doctors rarely explain is that the standard American diet combined with common medications for things like acid reflux, blood pressure, and cholesterol can slowly destroy the delicate balance of bacteria in your gut, and once that balance is broken, your energy levels can crash even if you are eating well and sleeping enough. This is why so many seniors tell me they feel exhausted despite doing everything right. They are eating their vegetables, they are going to bed on time, they are taking their medications, but they are missing this one critical piece of the puzzle. Stay with me here because this next part is where everything starts to come together. The good news is that you can begin supporting your mitochondria, lowering your hidden inflammation, and healing your gut without expensive supplements or complicated medical procedures. The changes can be simple, affordable, and even enjoyable. But first, you have to stop believing the lie that low energy after 70 is just normal aging. It is not normal. It is not inevitable, and you do not have to accept it. Every day that you tell yourself this is just how it is now, you lose a little more ground. Every week that you do nothing, those hidden factors dig in a little deeper. But the moment you decide to fight back, everything can change. And I have seen it happen hundreds of times with my own patients. So what are the first steps? Let me give you something practical right now. Start by paying attention to when your energy dips during the day. Do not just push through it. Write it down. Notice what you ate before the dip. Notice what you were doing. Notice how you felt emotionally. These patterns are your body giving you a roadmap. Most seniors never take the time to listen. They just accept the exhaustion and move on. But you are different. You are still watching. You are still looking for answers. And that alone tells me you have not given up on feeling better. I also want you to think about the medications you take. I am not telling you to stop anything your doctor prescribed. Never do that without medical supervision. But I am telling you to ask questions. Ask your doctor if any of your medications are known to cause fatigue. Ask if there are alternatives. Ask if you could lower any doses. Millions of seniors are walking around exhausted every day because of a medication side effect that no one ever bothered to mention. Do not let that be you. Be curious. Be brave. Be your own best advocate. Before we wrap up, I need to say something directly to you. If you have been feeling tired, sluggish, or just not like yourself, please do not blame yourself. Do not tell yourself that you are getting old or slowing down or losing your spark. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are simply fighting against hidden forces that most people do not even know exist. And now that you know about them, you have a massive advantage. You can see what others cannot see. You can take action where others accept defeat. And that small shift in awareness can be the beginning of a completely different story for the rest of your life. You do not need to make huge changes overnight. You do not need to run a marathon or adopt a radical diet or spend thousands of dollars on treatments. You just need to start. One small change today, another small change tomorrow. Over time, those small changes add up to something powerful, something that can restore your energy, your joy, and your confidence. I have seen it happen again and again, not because of magic or miracles, but because the human body wants to heal. It wants to have energy. It wants to thrive. Sometimes it just needs a little help finding the way. Now I want to hear from you. Have you noticed your energy dropping over the last few years? What do you think might be the biggest hidden factor in your own life? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else who is struggling and feeling alone. And if this video made you think of a friend or family member who needs to hear this, please share it with them. You could be the reason someone finally understands what is happening to their body. Let us build a community here at Dr. Silas Redford Wellness, where we look out for each other, where we share what works, and where we refuse to accept low energy as just another part of growing older. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your health. And remember, the best years are not always behind you. Sometimes they are just waiting for you to make the first move.